Tim, come in. Do sit down.
It's very formal.
Well, yeah. This is an odd moment for me, because I had the same moment with my father when I just turned 21, and after it, my life was never the same. So I approach it pretty nervously.
Okay. When you're ready, it's all very mysterious.
Right. Tim, my dear son, the simple fact is the men in this family have always had the ability to... This is going to sound strange. Be prepared for strangeness. Get ready for spooky time. But there's this family secret. And the secret is that the men in the family can travel in time. Well, more accurately, travel back in time. We can't travel into the future.
This is such a weird joke.
It's seriously not a joke.
So you're saying that you and Grandad and his brothers could all travel back in time?
Absolutely.
And you still do?
Absolutely. Although it's not as dramatic as it sounds. It's only in my own life. I can only go to places where I actually was and can remember. I can't kill Hitler or shag Helen of Troy, unfortunately.
Okay, stop. If it's true, which it isn't.
Although it is.
Although it isn't, obviously. But if it was, which it's not.
Which it is.
Which it isn't. But if it was, how would I actually...
The how is the easy bit, in fact. You go into a dark place. Big cupboards are very useful generally. Toilets at a pinch. Then you clench your fists like this. Think of the moment you're going to, and you'll find yourself there. After a bit of a stumble and a rumble and a tumble.
Wow.
Domhnall Gleeson, it's such a pleasure to talk to you again.
You too.
And congratulations on a fantastic movie, which is very upsetting. I cried a little bit.
Yeah, that's good.
When you get a call from Richard Curtis, who is like the undisputed king of this kind of movie, to star with Rachel McAdams and Bill Nighy as the romantic lead, is it an instant yes, or is it something that you kind of consider?
Well, I mean, I had to do all the auditions and all the rest of it first, so I had to fight to try and get the, part in the first place, and Rachel and Bill weren't on board at that point. So I fought really hard for the project and to work with Richard. And then when that went well, you don't think twice. I mean, you worry that you're going to mess up a Richard Curtis movie, of course. But then, Bill comes on board. Let's find out. Bill came on board, Rachel came on board, and it just kept on getting better and better. And you terrify yourself a little bit with nerves, but it's all pretty exciting.
Things that are worth doing, though.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got to take risks. Yeah.
No, I fell in love with your character. I thought he was just amazing, as I'm sure most girls will. But what was the appeal there for you with Tim?
Well, he's a good man, and I think oftentimes the problem is that good men make for boring cinema. Really, what you want, you know what I mean? That's true. But Richard threw so much at him in this film, and did give him a huge amount of charm and a huge amount of funny lines and funny scenarios and loads of romance and stuff. And he navigates his way through it.
Perfectly.
In this gorgeous kind of, maybe this way now, and that kind of thing. And I loved that about him.
Yeah. How does it feel to be described? I've heard it a few times as the new Hugh Grant.
I think Hugh Grant is incredible in Richard's films, but part of the challenge for me was to try and not just do an impression of him, because I would never do it as well as he did. So I had to try and go my own way. I mean, I'll take it as a compliment, because hopefully it means I did a good job in the main part in a Richard Curtis movie, and hopefully it means people think that I've got a connection with the material. But it's a funny one, because you always want to be your own person too.
Of course you are. You are.
No, you said it now. You said it now. No, it's fine. It's fine.
So Rachel McAdams is just amazing. I've loved her since Mean Girls, and the chemistry between that was my favourite movie. The chemistry between the two of you is so natural. So what was it like on set with her?
It was wonderful. She is just such a superb actress, and it's great because I can see her laughing over your shoulder, and that just makes me smile. You know what I mean? Yeah, she's just this incredibly generous, spirited, talented, wonderful, amazing person, and every day on set was a joy, and she made me really happy to be around. So we had to work at it, but she takes it very seriously, and I feel like we got there together. It's so natural though,
like it seems like you're together forever, that you knew each other forever or something.
Yeah, no, it's nice, and you have to make people want them to be together. You have to work on that feeling togetherness kind of early on. So yeah, I used to listen. I had her voice in headphones saying poems that I liked and stuff.
Really?
I used to listen to that. On
Oh
set
my
and
god,
stuff.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
And of course, Bill Nighy, he's such a legend. What a cool person to play your dad in a movie. Obviously, you have a very cool dad anyway.
I don't want to drop a name, but I just got a text off him.
Oh my god, what did he say?
No big
You
deal.
just wanna
No
hang
big
out, go
deal.
for a pint or something?
It's private. I'm going to leave that between myself and
Okay.
he said, please stop texting me. No. No, it was amazing. He's
I you had so much fun with him on set.
I really did, yeah, and loads of fun. But again, he takes it seriously. He works his bum off, and he's so good. And himself and Richard have a real connection. So I was able to kind of follow that light for a while, and he was really supportive and loving, and I had a great time.
Yeah. And are you a big fan of the romantic comedy or like romantic drama type of genre?
No, not all romantic comedies at all. It has to be a good film, you know, that sort of way.
So what would be your favourite one?
Of Richard's, Notting Hill, I think, is my favourite. Out of the ones that he's written, I love Notting Hill. I really like that. And then I love When Harry Met Sally.
That's my favourite movie ever. I was just going to say
that's
that.
a superb film.
Yeah.
So I love those.
Would you be quite happy to go down that route now for a while and take these kind of leading men romantic roles?
No. I mean,
Really?
you know, because you don't want to. You want to keep changing. You don't want to just do one thing. So I'd like to do different stuff all the time.
Well, that's what you're doing, obviously, because you have Frank coming up
Yeah.
next year, which is so exciting. Can you tell me a bit about that?
Sure, Michael Fassbender in a weird head. What more do you need to know? Singing music and being funny, you know, like he's in a Lenny Abrahamson film, and we've just
so
got
awesome, isn't
really,
he?
he's superb, and Maggie's brilliant in it. Scoot McNairy's awesome. The Francois and Carla are the band, and they're just incredible. We got to play music, we got to have fun and laugh and have pints sometimes. It was great crack.
So much fun, not hard work at all.
It was really hard work, but it was good fun work, you know, that's what you want.
And then Calvary, or am I saying that right?
You are,
I am,
again,
'cause
most people get it wrong.
I met Kelly Riley in London a few months back for Flight, and she was saying that you had the best time ever. Were you in Sligo filming for that one?
They were in Sligo. I was only on that for a day, but you just want to work on good projects. So I was delighted to work with an amazing director and an amazing cast. I mean, it was my father my scene was with, so I was just very, very lucky to be able to hop in.
Yeah.
But they've got an incredible cast. The script was incredible, and I've seen a cut of the film, and it is
Brilliant.
It is very, very good stuff.
Cool, can't wait. So what are the plans for the summer now?
I'm doing a sci-fi film.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
yeah,
Who's
yeah. With Alicia Vikander, who I was opposite in Anna Karenina, and Oscar Isaac, who's the lead in the new Coen Brothers film. Both great actors.
Amazing.
And it's Alex Garland wrote and is going to direct it, so it's a really
So you're keeping
cool
everything
sci-fi
shaking
thing.
up all the time. That's
Trying
really
to.
fantastic.
Yeah, trying to. Yeah.
Well, come here, have a great time, and thank you so
you
much
very
for your time. And it was such a pleasure and such a fantastic movie, going down in my history books along with When Harry Met Sally as one of my favourites. So.
Yes.
Woo!
Result. Fantastic.
I have some bad news. My parents, they're visiting
When?
now.
God. Okay. Stall them.
Come on up.
Do I live here?
Oh, definitely not.
Are we having sex?
Yeah, but not oral.
I wasn't going to mention oral.
Okay, good, don't.
How did you think that was going to come up?
Should we come back when you haven't got any company?
Tim actually, lives here. Really?
Yeah, but no oral sex, I promise you. Tim, my dear son, this is going to sound strange. The men in the family can travel in time. Wow. Is as good a reaction as any. I think I plumped for fuck. But it was the 70s. You go into a dark place. Think of the moment you're going to, and you'll find yourself there.
Tim actually, lives here.
You don't say.
But I live in the spare room. We don't have a spare room, but in the spare bit of her room where she isn't. In other words, there's no sex of any kind.
I beg your pardon?
Excuse me.
It's going to be a complicated year. It's going to be a complicated life. Although it's not as dramatic as it sounds. You can't kill Hitler or shag Helen of Troy, unfortunately.